ROBOTICON Tampa Bay 2016 coverage on First Looks is proudly powered by the Microsoft Store. Meticulously crafted and ultra-thin, Surface Book is the ultimate device for powering your ideas. Incredibly powerful and light, Surface Pro 4 handles the toughest tasks with ease. Get your Surface Pro 4, Surface Book, and other Windows 10 PCs by going to f5live.tv/Microsoft.
Well, our next interview is here. Hi. You can put your hat on.
I tried. I don't think it fits, but it can rest there. It can rest there.
Can you introduce yourself for us?
All right. I am Miller Bacon. I am the lead engineer of the Edgar Allan Ohms.
Okay.
Allan Ohms. So that is a FIRST Robotics team, correct?
It is the nation's first public library FIRST Robotics team as well.
Yes, and we are a big part of that library. Can you tell us a little bit about the public library aspect of it?
Yeah, now when people think of an FRC team, they normally think, oh, school related. That means they must do it after school, but with us, it's a bit different. No parents are really forcing their kid, hey, this will look good on a resume, go there.
Yeah, it's a community-based team.
So originally when we started, we were going out of our mentor's garage, but that really didn't work, so we decided, hey, let's build a makerspace in the library and teach the community how to do all the stuff we're learning to do. So after our second year, we started work on that, and we are in our fourth year now, and the makerspace in the library is a thriving community. We get 15 people every hour at least, so over the course of a day, that's more than 100 people per day.
Wow.
And where is the library? What's the name of the library?
The library is Lando Lakes Library.
Okay.
It's a public library. It's not private, so and our makerspace is glass, so anyone who wants to look in and see what we're doing, they can. If they want to open the door and ask questions, we fully encourage that. And pretty much everything about it is meant to encourage people to ask questions, learn more, just get involved. Because so many people see stuff like this and they're like, oh, that's really cool. I wish I knew how to do it. But with us, we're trying to say, you can learn how to do it, and we're going to teach you how.
And does the makerspace have everything you need for robotics?
That's funny, because in the beginning, certainly not.
Okay.
Because it is a library, so everyone's like, hush, hush. We don't want to hear noise. So power tools and stuff like that were way off limits.
Okay.
But now, as the concept of a noisy library is more open, people have started to donate stuff. In fact, we even have a woodworkers group, and they're bringing lathes, drill presses, and recently we got the county to approve grinders and a giant HVAC so we can use some more powerful machines so we can make even bigger and better robots.
Yeah. So you yourself, how did you get involved with FIRST Robotics?
For me, I started out, I was going into high school. I was a really big fan of marching band. Like, that was my life. And then my sister's like, hey, take a break from this. The library's starting a robotics team. I think you're into that. Go. And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Okay. I was shy, so I'm like, okay, I'll go. I don't want to get yelled at. So I went, and it's like, this seems pretty interesting. I'll try it out. And then the first year was really fun.
How long have you been part of?
Ever since its founding 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Okay.
Currently the only original member left on the team. So it's fun seeing how much
senior
it's
this
evolved.
Yeah.
I should stop shaking my head.
So on this team for so long, and you being a senior, the original member, how has it grown since what you've been?
Well, I'm just gonna leave that there. How it's grown is we actually have tools, we have resources, we have more mentors. Because originally it was just an age out of Team Duct Tape, and he was our mentor. He's like, hey, this is for a FIRST VISTA project, so I'm going to start a robotics team in a library, but he didn't really think about how we were going to make the robots. So it ended up just being in his garage for the first year, as we just built the basic kit-up parts, and we didn't really try anything really extravagant. We just built a giant kicker robot. This was for aerial assist. So we just kicked the ball and hoped it went over the truss, and that was like, that's our job, we're done. But over the years, we started to get more and more complex and more, God, what's the word I'm thinking of?
You become
where you
more
try to
skilled.
go more skilled and more ambitious. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we went a little bit too ambitious this year with building our own tank treads, because the ones on Andy Mark, where we get a lot of our stuff, they were really expensive, like $400 per side.
Wow.
So instead, we built 4 sets made out of bike chain, rubber tubing, and nuts and bolts, and we got 4 of them for $100.
Wow.
One of our students, who was also in band, Logan Boudreau, he managed to make all of those, and admittedly he had red hands after it, but he said, "This is my shining accomplishment. You guys better not mess these up."
So how did they work in competition?
In competition, we had wooden obstacles. Well, on the practice field, we had wooden obstacles, so we thought, oh, hey, everything goes great here, so it'll go great there. It turns out the rough terrain was our downfall there. We could get over most obstacles except for that, because on the practice field, when we tried to go over that, the heads of the bolts got caught in the rough terrain itself because they're hollow, and they just got torn apart. So luckily, Logan Boudreau, the miracle, he made spare sets for us at competition.
Wow.
So we managed to get those on. We knew not to go over the rough terrain anymore. And we just tried to go over all the other obstacles and challenge the tower every single time.
And how'd that work for you?
It was a pretty close call sometimes because, again, with the tank treads, they're not as good as the ones Andy Mark made, but they're infinitely cheaper. So they didn't have as good traction-wise, which caused scaling the tower to be more of a go half up, go a quarter way down, go another half up, go a quarter way down, and we tried to get the entire robot onto the actual tower just before the buzzer. And a lot of times we made it, sometimes we didn't, because one side of our robot just completely died one match.
Oh.
So it's like, hey, we can spin around, look at us.
Many times we've seen that too.
I was wondering, what is your influence on the team?
My influence on the team is, well, really it's changed a lot, because before I was just the person who was like, hey, this is the instructions, we should follow these. And as I've learned more from the mentors and just from the other teams here and at the Orlando Regional, I've learned, hey, guys, I think we could do this, but wouldn't it be awesome if we could do this?
Yes.
And that's
cool.
just been like my goal, to try and push the other team members and myself to even greater heights. So last year we tried to push ourselves a little bit too high with the tread system, but it was still pretty awesome.
And that's okay. It's okay to make
Yeah.
mistakes, and that's what we talked about in our last interview. But you being a senior this year, do you know what you want to do in college?
Or where you want to go?
Or what your future plans are?
My sister actually goes here, so probably not.
Ah.
But future plans, definitely to become a mechanical engineer,
Okay.
because I started robotics actually in 7th grade with a robotics class, and I'm like, hey, forget designing a video game. I want to do this for my life. And just all these years has only reinforced that feeling. So mechanical engineering was kind of a no-brainer for me. And as for where I wanted to go, my mother actually helped me with that. She went to Michigan Technical University,
Okay.
and that's where she got her electrical engineering degree. And she's like, hey, this is a really good college. You should go there. And I'm like, but out-of-state tuition.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then she's like, hey, since I went there and graduated, you can go there for in-state called the Legacy Program. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
because of the
hey,
alumni.
that's where I'm going to go now.
Oh, nice.
That's really cool. I hope it works out for you.
So do I, because I'll be like 400 miles away from any of my family.
Yeah. Are you okay with that?
It's a bit sad, but I'm also going off to explore new things and to hopefully
Yes.
learn more. And then after I get a degree, hopefully a master's, I'll be able to come back here and just be able to mentor, because I know these mentors were like my shining light in some moments of darkness. And I really want to return the favor to this team.
And
Yeah.
saying that you're still going to be involved with FIRST, are you going to try and get involved with FIRST in Michigan?
I will try to reach out to high schools and middle schools, as many as I can, because I really want to like be a mentor for the 4 years I'm going through college. So it's probably going to be hard because, again, I don't know anyone up there, but
It'll be easier if you join the Alumni Association.
Yeah, that's what they told me last year when I asked them about that.
Yeah.
So I think that the Alumni Association will definitely help me branch out,
Yes.
reach those places, and give help to the teens who are struggling or who want to learn more.
Exactly. Well, I honestly
Wish you the best
all
of
the luck.
luck.
But
That's amazing that
Yeah.
you still want to continue first, even going away. You don't know
Yeah.
anything there, and you still want to do it. That's really amazing. So, good luck with this year's competition too.
Thank you, thank you.
thank you so much for being on the show with us.
Thank you for having me.